Magic Johnson talking to his teammates on his return January 30th, 1996. Mark it down. It was February 1992 when this jersey was retired. It still hangs above the rafters, but it's now on the back of Earvin Johnson. Hubie, starting matchups.
Yeah, I like that top one with Smith versus Elton Campbell. That should dictate a lot of the front court play.
And they're about to tip it off quickly. Reggie Theus, your take on this debut.
Well, Bob, welcome to Magic Johnson Mania. I haven't seen a buzz like this in LA since the late 80s when it was really Showtime. There's been a lot of question about Magic Johnson and his return, and one of them is why. Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm a friend and a guy who works out with him all the time, and he just loves this game. And in the 90s, when it seems like the love of the game is non-existent by the Generation X, Magic just wants to play basketball. And you talk about how big basketball is, I'll tell you, in LA, Magic Johnson's return is actually bigger. Bob?
All right, Reggie, and we are underway. The first turnover of the game and a foul as the Lakers won the tip, and Magic Johnson not starting in the game. We'll go back to Reggie in a little bit about Del Harris's plans on when and how you use him, but in the meantime, we have an 18-24 Golden State Warriors team playing Del Harris's Lakers, who are 24-18 and playing very well right now. Hubie and I, actually, Hubie had to go home with an ailment. We saw Philadelphia and LA last Friday in Philadelphia, and the Lakers looked mighty good without Magic Johnson. B.J. Armstrong starting for Golden State. Percy and Smith up front. Ron Cycli is the center, and Latrell Sprewell is the number 2 guard. And Cedric Ceballos averaging 23 a game.
He's just having a sensational season. When you say 23 points, underline that they run no plays for Cedric.
Joe Smith, the rookie out of Maryland, who scores well down there on the block, misses this time. Here's Van Exel on the penetration past B.J. Armstrong.
We told you early, Golden State porous in transition defense. It's something, if they're going to make the playoffs, they're going to have to clean it up and clean it up quick.
Kersey from long range, loose ball picked up by Eldon Campbell, who's also having a career year for the Lakers. Here is Eddie Jones. Nice pass inside Ceballos, and it's 6-0 Lakers that quickly.
Rick Edelman is going to call a 20-second timeout.
It's 6-0 LA following the 22nd timeout. Sprewell looking for an opening. This is B.J. Armstrong. Came from Chicago in the trade, of course. And Smith puts up the shot and is fouled. And speaking of Joe Smith, you like this young man from Maryland.
Well, I think you have to look at his total game. He's playing 32 minutes. He's getting you right at 15 points and right at 8 rebounds. Interesting 2 block shots a game. Now, you just saw him drain that foul shot. He's an 80% foul shooter and a 47% shooter from the field. Early in the year, they didn't run any plays for him. Now they're running set stuff. They feel that he not only has a game with his back to the basket, but because of his quickness and hard work, he's now developing a nice 15, 18-foot jump shot.
And he gets the first 2 points of the game for the Golden State Warriors. They're now down 6-2, make it 8-2 as Eldon Campbell, who's also, we talked about Magic getting bigger and muscling up, so is Eldon. LA is 4 for 4 from the floor. Here is Sprewell on the drive, and the pull-up doesn't go. Cycli follows, it won't fall. It's been all LA early. Nick Van Exel. Ceballos, left-hander, went to the right hand.
He's absolutely murdering the open floor. That's why you don't have to run plays for him. Not only that, but he's on the offensive board.
The Lakers are 5 out of 5. Talk about getting pumped up. Been on a lot of radio talk shows around America today, and a lot of people asking me, how does this team look for the return of Magic Johnson? They are welcoming him back. Ceballos, Van Exel, Eddie Jones, all wanting him to be back. And now, the crowd on their feet. The warm-ups are coming off, and Magic Johnson returns to the NBA after the free throws. How'd you like to be taking those free throws? Crowd on their feet, savor the moment. Magic Johnson inbounds the ball, and he's back.
Well, he's going to be up front in the 4 and 5 position, so you'll see him. Now, right now, you see, I would not double team him. See, I like this. Make him score over the top.
Hook shot. Magic misses his first shot over Joe Smith. The rebound. Magic said he was as nervous before this game as he was when he began his NBA career in 1979.
One thing right now for Golden State, stay within what you're doing, go strong to the basket, and then you must capitalize on the offensive board. You're a team that averages 14 a game. You're 5th in this league. Stay within what you do well.
Eddie Jones just picked up his second personal with that foul out high on the floor, and the officials don't allow the substitution to get in, and there's only 4 Laker players out there, so they go into Cycli, and Cycli misses it, gets his own rebound, and with the numbers on their side, Del Harris couldn't get his player into the game. They still have. Now Eddie Jones has come back out on the floor. He had already left the floor. He's back out here, and the Lakers are back to 5 players, and it's 10-6 LA. Already a bizarre game as Magic Johnson came into this game at 7:46 p.m. Pacific time. Vlade Divac, and it's 12-6. Again, defensive guard, defensive specialist Eddie Jones, who's also knocking down 18 points a game, has picked up 2 quick fouls. Del Harris wants to get him out of the game as soon as he can. 8 on the shot clock for Cycli. Cycli is struggling to start this game. Big rebound underneath by Smith.
We'd like to show you Vlade Divac. He loves the spin move, and any time that he steps underneath, he's 7'2". He has all the moves with the back to the basket. He can shoot with either hand. So he is a major problem for anyone who matches up defensively.
So Eddie Jones sits down, and Anthony Peeler now gets into the game for LA. Back into the hands of Magic. Into the paint. The no-look pass. Ceballos with the ball. 8 on the shot clock. And the whistle on the drive by Cedric Ceballos.
Now you've just seen twice Magic Johnson being posted up. Well, the theory is, if I'm a coach in this league, let's see if he can score over the top of power forwards. We all know that he could always post up the guards and do it without any problem. But this is 4 years later. We're talking 30 pounds heavier.
Look at Vlade Divac. He's a new man. He's been playing very inconsistently this season. But Vlade, who plays very well because Magic Johnson motivates him so well, and LA 7 of 8 from the floor.
Well, this is the one point, if you're coaching Golden State, which it really bothers the staff. They're in the top of the league in block shots, top of the league in steals, but they are very porous in one-on-one situations. And you can see in the early going right now, we're seeing it at its height. Right now, the Lakers are in a half-court trap. They did the one trap, now they're falling back and matching up.
Sprewell, that was a 3. Off the front edge, loose ball picked up. Van Exel. Look at that pass to Anthony Peeler from Nick Van Exel. There's no question, if you talk to Magic Johnson or Del Harris about who will remain the point guard on this team, it's Nick Van Exel. In case you wondered if Magic would move back to that role. No, he will play the forward position. Van Exel defending Sprewell. Peeler. Van Exel runs it down and saves it to Magic. Peeler. 3!
Lakers, a very big three-point shooting team. Now, they're not shooting a high percentage. They only shoot 28%.
Back in action, B.J. Armstrong running things at the point for the Golden State Warriors, down 19-6. Off the baseline curl comes Sprewell, who hits the little 15-footer, and it's 19-8 LA with 6:38 to go in the first period. Magic Johnson came into this game at about the 6-minute mark, gone, and has 1 missed shot and 1 assist so far. Divac with 10 on the shot clock. Power forward Magic Johnson down to rebound, but Divac knocks it down, and he has 6, as does Cedric Ceballos. The only miss for LA in this game so far was Magic's first shot, the hook shot over Joe Smith, that didn't go in. Gatling, number 25, in the game for Golden State with the miss. Joe Smith's turnaround doesn't go. Sprewell's follow.
Until that field goal, Golden State was 1 for 10 from the floor.
Oh my! They're on their feet. Magic's first 2 points on the return. The patented penetration coast-to-coast layup.
Magic is laboring right now. He's having a very difficult time getting down the floor.
Down to Vlade Divac, stolen by Kersey. Magic, because he was laboring, is back on defense. Armstrong with the penetration and the lay-in.
Well, the Magic, see, that's where he's dangerous. As soon as they score, he'll take it out of the net, and look what you got here.
And Nick Van Exel gets the easy lay-in. Magic gets the rest because he got the ball down so quickly. And B.J. Armstrong answers. It's 25-16, Lakers by 9, 5:04 to go in the first period of play. Power forward Magic Johnson laboring in his first return in 4 years. Ed Middleton with the whistle, the foul before the basket. And here it is, the first Magic Johnson basket after 4 years absence.
Now this is an advantage that they'll have anytime that Magic is in the break and he's picked up by the guy who's designated to guard him, and that will be a big forward. He'll be able to take people off the dribble, get them into unfamiliar areas. Not only can he do that in transition, but he's also going to be a three-point threat as soon as he gets his bearings, and that will take a number of games.
Talk about bench power. Tim Hardaway and Chris Mullen in for Golden State. Magic Johnson looking for the pass. Left-handed hook shot. Oh, mercy.
Right now, Joe Smith is allowing him to get the ball any area that he wants. And he's got to start either fronting Magic or playing him on the top side and make the initial pass a little bit more difficult.
Now Magic playing some defense, none of which he is known for during his first 12 years of his career.
And we're going to show you the pass inside. See, Joe Smith keeps getting pinned. Well, what you're going to see now is the cutters are being covered, but then Magic has the hook. He can hook with either hand. So what you try to do is move the guy off the block. If you cannot move him off the block, then you've either got to topside him or front him. You just cannot allow the pass to go straight in.
Ceballos goes to the bench, and George Lynch from North Carolina comes onto the floor. Magic Johnson standing right beside his dream team teammate, Chris Mullen. Never forget broadcasting the playoff game here in 1991. Magic's last NBA appearance here at the Forum before his retirement. He had 40 plus, as did Chris Mullen. It was really a Showtime game in that playoff round. 27-18 Lakers. Vlade Divac, Peeler out at top. Johnson spotted for the three. Rebound Divac. The Magic.
Nice.
Full fake. The Magic is back. Sprewell. Offensive foul.
Well, that's what they came to see. Now just keep an eye on Magic as he makes this move. He's going to fake it to the man in the corner. Watch it. There it is right there. Defender went for it. And the people, that's what they came to see.
You can see he's laboring. He's added 27 pounds officially since he last played. Illegal defense, the call by Ed Middleton on Golden State. And Los Angeles is going to get Derek Strong into the game for Magic Johnson, who needs a rest.
Well, it was smart for Dell to bring him in early, get him in, get the people settled in, allow it to happen, and then go with the flow.
Played 5 minutes and 59 seconds, did Magic Johnson. Scored 6 points, 3 of 5 from the floor, had an assist. Not bad for a rookie. Second time around. Hardaway misses from the corner on the three-point attempt. Lynch knocks it out of bounds. Golden State ball. Score 29-18 Lakers with 3:19 to go in the first quarter. And Hubie, the first meeting between these two teams in November, Golden State handed it to the Lakers up in the Bay Area.
Well, Golden State is the second leading scoring team in this league. We tell you at the top, it's a very good shooting ball club. The biggest problem is can they defend, and can they defend you off the dribble in transition?
Joe Smith defended well in the double team down low. Sprewell.
Well, Sprewell, very streaky. You know, out in that three-point area. He's only shooting 41% from the field and 28 in threes, but he is a streaky player.
He streaked to 8 points early in this game. 10 on the shot clock. Divac air ball with his hook shot.
Golden State pays attention here. They'll be right back in this game.
Left-handed hook falls for Chris Gatling. Chris is a big one. He's 6'10", plays forward and center.
As poorly as Golden State has played in this game, started out 1 for 11. They're only 7 down.
The feed from Divac. Here's Derek Strong. Behind the back, Van Exel, that's out of bounds, but it was knocked out by Golden State with 8 on the shot clock.
In the last 3 games before this evening, Elton Campbell averaged 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Now, that's very difficult to do, to sit down, and I don't care who the guy is that's coming in, and especially when you didn't even stay out on the floor for 4 minutes.
31-22 Lakers, 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Sadale Freak in the ball game for LA. That's Joe Smith with the perimeter shot. Reggie Theus, what do you have for us?
Hey, Bob, Coach Del Harris said, yeah, we're playing great offensively, but we're forgetting to play defense. The last 8 times down, they scored in a row. We can't forget that this game is long from over.
Yeah,
Bob?
Good point. Thanks, Reggie. Peeler misses from long range. Gatling with the rebound. Warriors down 7. Sprewell very quickly stripped from Sprewell. It'll be Warriors ball with 18 on the shot clock.
Tonight, the big test for the Lakers. They are an excellent defensive team. Their big test tonight will be the transition game of Golden State and their three-point shooting.
Sprewell hands it off to Chris Gatling, and it's a 5-point game.
See, right now they're trying to get by with Gatling as their center, so you know that Divac can overpower him at will.
Sprewell called for the foul on George Lynch. Golden State on an 8-2 run. That's the 4th team foul, first in the last 2 minutes for the Golden State Warriors. Lakers already in the penalty with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Anthony Peeler from Sadale Freak. Rebound Gatling. Had a couple of rebounds since he came in, a couple of baskets. Mullen to Joe Smith.
Well, you've got to take him. You just can't wait. Just take him quick.
Joe Smith pulls up for the short one. It won't fall, and Vlade Divac pulls down the board. 31-26 LA with 1 minute to go first quarter. 3.
The Laker point guards have the green light to shoot the long jumper, meaning Van Exel or Sadale 3, anytime they're in transition. So once you close the gap and pick them up, you must stay at home with these players.
Sprewell with a long cross-court pass, but defender right in his face is George Lynch. Sprewell beats him off the dribble, loses the ball. It's out of bounds off Gatling, and the Lakers with 37-7 to go in the first quarter have the ball. John Barry making his first entrance into the game for Golden State. John wears number 20. He only plays about 11 minutes a game, but he's shooting 53% from the field. 3 missing. Gatling rebounding.
Now, you always talk about, do you have an inside game? Can you define who that player is going to be, who's going to create the double team? And then can you get him jump started? Now, this is just a great steal, a good trap, which the Lakers are famous for.
Tariq gets the easy lay-in. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Does Hardaway know it? Takes his time. 5 seconds. Hardaway on the penetration in the dish. He was fouled with 2.7 seconds to go. And they're over the penalty, so he'll be going to the free throw line. Tim Hardaway, who has not been a happy camper since he was taken out of the starting rotation, and B.J. Armstrong went into his place.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a decision by the coaching staff, because at that time, the team was 10-17. They felt that they held all scorers in that starting lineup, so then they came with Kersey and B.J. Armstrong, and since that period, the team is 8-7. Now you can see Hardaway, his first 4 seasons, 20 a game this year, 17-8. The assists, naturally, they're down a little bit, and the main reason is because of minutes played.
You wonder if his knee is better. They say yes. Derek Strong launches it, almost got it at the buzzer. Cookie and family, and look at the look on their face. Do you recognize the youngster? He is a dead ringer for Magic Johnson. The youngster who's one of the reasons Magic came back is he said he wanted to have his son see him play in the NBA. And Gatling with an open lane scoring easily on the Lakers, and it's a 5-point game to begin the second quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, the Lakers shot 65%, Golden State 46. The difference, 16 fast break points for LA and only 4 for Golden State.
Campbell to 3:10 on the shot clock. Ceballos back into the game too. Stolen by Hardaway and Mullen out to John Barry. Barry misses the lay and Mullen follows.
That's all right. The main thing, take it strong. Barry elevated a little early that time, maybe a half a step too soon, but a good follow-up by Mullen. You can see they're right back in this game. The main thing for Golden State now is to play unselfish basketball.
Magic Johnson will be back in this game in just a moment too, with 11:02 to go in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Eddie Jones getting rid of the ball to Sedale Threet, who knocks down the jumper, and it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Well, Sedale has been around a long time. He's having a fairly decent year, shooting at 43, but he is a big-time scorer. This is where they're murder.
Eddie Jones out of Temple. He missed 8 games early for the Lakers, and the Lakers really missed his presence, not only his scoring, but his defense.
Well, they're 3rd in the league in steals, and that's why you cannot fall asleep at the top of the circle with the basketball.
Barry looking for Mullen. Good pass into Chris Mullen, but
pass.
Mullen dishes it off to Gatling, who can't get it to fall.
Now that was the best pass of this evening. Chris Mullen at his best. Came off of a curl. Once he got into that lane, made a sensational pass. Unfortunately shot. Keep an eye on this now. Watch how he takes the defender. Beautiful skip pass. And what happens? Gatling misses the shot. He tried to swish it from that area, always bank the ball. Bank it off the glass.
Chris Mullen, who's in good physical shape this year. His coach said he came in great shape and has really had a tremendous attitude on the changes and the toughness that Rick Adelman is trying to bring to the Golden State Warriors team. And Mullen, not known for defense, is being asked to play a lot harder on defense, and say he's really responded. Magic Johnson bringing it down the floor at the point to Sedale Threet off a curl. Rebound Gatling. He has 3. John Barry from the corner. Gatling follows with a tip off the miss.
Now, you know, Gatling, we showed you, he's averaging almost 9 points a game, 5 rebounds. He does all of this in 18 minutes.
Right now, he has 9 points and 4 rebounds in less than that, about 7 minutes. Cedric Ceballos gets the assist from Magic Johnson. Lakers up 6, 9:45 to go in the first period. Barry on the drive. Blocked by Eddie Jones. What a play. Magic Johnson, open court. No look, one touch. Ceballos. Oh, baby. And the foul.
Well, that's the advantage of Magic being in the game at the power forward position. Because once they get out in that open floor, your point guard is up ahead, and now you've just added another distributor. Now the Lakers are 3rd in the league in shot blocking. How about this? And a nice touch pass. You love to see it. And then the guy who's one of the best finishers in the league, Cedric Ceballos.
Hardaway picked up the personal, his first, and Ceballos has 11 points already. 44-35 Lakers, 9:27 to go in the first half of play. In hockey, they would have given Magic an assist on that play too for the first pass. Gatling left hand. He's feeling it tonight, Chris Gatling.
Well, to me, that's what you have to do. You can't let him stay out on the floor. You've got to make him defend that power forward.
He's speaking of power forward. He's trying to defend this one. Magic Johnson lost it and then rattled it in with his left hand. Magic Johnson has 8 points. Hardaway on the penetration, tried to feed it to Gatling. He couldn't handle it. Lakers ball with 8:53 to go in the period.
Well, Bob, that was a bad pass. That was a very hard pass. And you see, once again, Magic pins the defender behind him. Now, if you're not going to double team, then what has to happen? You got to get up and challenge. So you just can't let him shoot over the top of you.
Ceballos down to Magic Johnson. Magic looking for the pass to Ceballos. Oh, goodness. 3 assists for Magic Johnson. 8 points.
What you had there was bad defense, two defenders colliding, and then Magic picking out and making and distributing with an easy pass.
It's a fun time at the Forum tonight. The celebrities are out. The place is sold out. It'll be sold out again on Friday when the Chicago Bulls come in, winners over Houston in our earlier game tonight. And of course, we'll have that game for you on TNT also at 10:30 Eastern time. Lakers by 9. Magic Johnson airballs the 3. The follow inside by Cedric Ceballos, who has 15 and has not missed. He's 7 out of 7. Foul before the drive on 3. A couple of NBA scores. Dallas got the Clippers. Jason Kidd. Be interesting to see him match up with Magic a little later. Told you Chicago won in the game we televised earlier. Reebok halftime report at halftime. Ernie will have not only the scores but the highlights in Atlanta. Gatling called for the offensive foul. Lakers lead built to 11 now with 7:57 to go in the first half. Magic Johnson, who wasn't going to play the point guard, it looks awful lot like point to me right here. The lob inside. The miss by Campbell. The follow by Ceballos, who has 17.
You have to appreciate what Ceballos is doing. He's averaging 23 points and 7 rebounds. There are only 5 people in this league with those statistics. And the other guys are centers or Karl Malone at the power forward position.
Mullen.
Bad foul. Ronnie Cycli just pushed and thrown Ceballos down to the floor. Now these are the people right here. 23 points and 7 rebounds. Now you have Barkley, you have Mourning, Karl Malone, Akeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. Now these people get plays called for them night in and night out. They get 25 to 30 catches. Ceballos gets all of this on his own without plays being run.
Smith fouls Magic on the drive. Ceballos 17 points, 3 rebounds tonight, Hubie. Smith called for the personal, his second. Now Ceballos on the wing, the lob inside the 3, nicely done.
It just doesn't make, whatever they want to run, they can run and score at will. Plus, we just saw another backcourt turnover. Golden State averages 17 turnovers a game, which is too high for a team with as many ball handlers as they have. Now, just keep an eye on this little basic rub. They throw a lob. The ball was lobbed right in front of Ronnie Cycli. He never moved to intercept the pass. And then, after the score, they turn the ball over in the backcourt. Now, you can see that's a very frustrated coach. Already, they have 9 turnovers. We still have 7 minutes to go in the first half. For an NBA team, 15 is too high for any NBA game.
Campbell on the low block, spinning inside, missing. Loose ball picked up by Joe Smith to Chris Mullen. Mullen lobbing Cycli, bad lob. Lakers back quickly. Magic running. Finding Eddie Jones for the
You're going to see he cuts off the defensive player in transition. Now, once they drop it down, you've got to challenge the shot right there. Go for the shot block, foul the player. If you don't get the block, send them to the foul line. You just cannot allow them a layup drill. Already they have scored over 20 points in this game in transition. That was their 22nd fast break point. Now, Magic looking good because what we told you, that 4 guy who's playing him is out of the picture totally from a defensive standpoint.
foul on Nick Van Exel. In the 10 minutes that Magic Johnson has played in this game, LA's outscored Golden State 36-20. while he's been on the floor. They said when Magic comes back, it'll make the team better. And he's had more minutes in this first half than I expected to see from him.
Well, I think more than anyone expected. And talking to their coaches today, they were hoping to get him maybe 25 minutes in the game. But I think when they made the early drop in after only 3 minutes of play, taking Elton Campbell out, I think they just did that on the spur of the moment. Plus, he has played well. Golden State has played right into their hands because they're not guarding him.
Reggie Theus, you're with a very happy lady.
Oh, yeah, she's extremely happy. Cookie, I'm over here with Magic's wife, Cookie, and this has to be a very exciting day for you guys.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. It's almost like deja vu seeing him in that uniform again, but it's a good feeling.
Well, he's worked really hard to get back in shape. He said that you were really one of the reasons why he pursued it so hard.
Yeah, in the past I was totally against it, but this time I really felt peace about it, and I told him, you know, go ahead, get it out your system.
I know you got a hot bath and some Epsom salt going for his body when he gets home, huh?
That's right.
All right, Cookie, thanks a lot. Enjoy the game.
Okay.
Hello.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Say yay, daddy.
Say yay, daddy.
EJ, say yay,
Yay, daddy. Say yay, daddy, EJ. Little EJ.
Yay, daddy.
All right. Back to you, Bob.
Reggie Theus, you're the man. You get that out of little EJ. Hey, Daddy. Congratulations. Good interview. Joe Smith, 7 points, 4 rebounds at the line. You've got to be happy for this family that's undergone so much stress since that HIV positive retirement announcement in November of 1991. Sprewell. Big board from Eldon Campbell. He has 5 rebounds. Pass to Magic. Here's Hardaway. Nice driving dish. Sprewell.
Here's where he's dangerous. As soon as they score with the long pass long.
Crowd chuckling as both Magic and Campbell were late coming down the floor. Magic on the drive draws the foul. 5:35 to go in the first half.
If I'm Timmy Hardaway, I'm upset also. I honestly thought that he made an excellent move. He darted in, got his hand inside, knocked that ball loose from Magic.
It's one of the things about Magic Johnson coming back, though. These kind of stars get called.
Well, you can see Hardaway telling the referee right now. He said, hey, I got all ball that time. If you're going to call that, then call it at the other end when I got grabbed by the wrist.
56-43 Lakers, 5:30 to go in the first half of play. Eldon Campbell. The man who's had the reduced minutes tonight is center Vlade Divac. Eddie Jones. Magic Johnson with a rebound. No look, knocked out of bounds. Laker ball.
Until he learns the other positions, they will continue to play Magic at the 4 or 5. The 2 positions, power forward and center, are interchangeable. Once he learns the wings, then he'll be taking minutes away from the small forward position.
Quick move inside. That's goaltending. Clifford Rozier.
That was really a bad move. I honestly thought that ball was going to be short. Now you're going to see it right now. He comes with the left-handed hook right here, and you can see the ball did not have a chance of going in. So you look at the referee and you say, that's not goaltending because the ball's got to have a chance to go down.
That one has a chance of going down. It's thrown down by Joe Smith, who has 9.
See, I would continue to go at Magic Johnson. I mean,
Sure.
I don't know. Why let him stay out on the floor? Anytime that you go away from him, all you're doing is giving him more minutes.
Ceballos, he scores so many ways. One of those greats, I call him Snake because that's what he does down on the line. 19 points for Cedric already. Mullen to Sprewell. Eddie Jones running. Lakers have the numbers. Magic tipped away by Sprewell.
Well, anytime that you see a player come up empty at the other end, especially with an air ball, you like to see him give the physical effort to get down the floor, and we just saw Sprewell sprint to knock that ball free.
19 seconds on the shot clock, 4:20 to go in the half, 60-45 Lakers. Van Exel knocks down the 3. He has 7.
Golden State very free in giving you the pivot pass, and then when the double team that time came so late, it was easy to pick out the man at the top of the circle, and there was no rotation.
Hardaway's line drive is a triple. And it's 63-48. Lakers by 15. Their biggest lead in this game has been 18. Lakers have led it all the way. Magic Johnson 10 points off the bench with 4 assists. Eldon Campbell, nice move to the left hand and the foul.
If I'm a Laker power player tonight, I am so happy because all I have to do is catch a pass, make one move into the middle, drop step, take it to the basket. I either score. Now just keep an eye on this. Then they drop step and they just take it to the rim for a layup. They score, or they get fouled, or they miss and they still get fouled.
Come on, man!
Devon's kept it alive. Magic Johnson goes to the bench. Back out to Van Exel. Campbell. Joe Smith finally controls it for Golden State. Here's Hardaway on the move. Beautiful play by Tim Hardaway. You can see his knees fine from that major surgery he had nearly 2 years ago.
Well, let me just make a point there. If I'm Rozier, I'm a little bit upset because I was wide open for a layup. The point guard kept the ball and then laid it up right in front of me. If the pass would have been made, you would have a happy power forward here who might now block a shot and rebound at the other end for him.
Devon takes it inside. Joe Smith, Hubie, you talked about his shot blocking abilities. There's an example. Hardaway penetrating again. The foul and the basket.
Continuation. See, the Lakers cannot let up tonight. They have just had a freeway of easy baskets because at any time that Golden State gives you some type of defense, so you're going to see it right here. Good jump stop. There was the foul. Continuation play. You cannot fall asleep on these guys because we tell you Golden State is second in the league in scoring. They can score a bushel of points. Plus, they are a big three-point shooting team. They can do it in a hurry.
See Hardaway's number. Eddie Jones goes to the bench with 3 personal fouls for the Lakers now. 65-53, Lakers by 12. They've led by as many as 18. Magic Johnson has 5 assists and 10 points in this game with a lot more minutes than I expected in this first half of his return. And Eldon Campbell, who's having a career year, is playing with a little bit more pizzazz tonight than he usually does. And Campbell has 6 points and 6 rebounds. Hardaway has 7 straight points. Van Exel. Follow. Ceballos can't get it going. Rozier. Hardaway, look out. He's hot. Crossover. Sprewell through 3 players.
I see right now, Del Harris is very upset, and he's got to be. Are you going to take a timeout now, or are you just going to yell at them from the sideline? Because you can see right now your team is giving you a half-hearted effort. People are taking you off the dribble. Let me tell you, L.A. is one of the better half-court defensive teams in this league.
Away with the drive, bad pass. Lakers, Van Exel, Ceballos. Oh my! That's one of those dunks that helped him win the NBA Slam Dunk Championship. Ceballos has 21. That one would have not gotten him a 10, though. That was about a 6 because it didn't really go through that cleanly. Lakers by 12. Hardaway, long 3. Oh, Hardaway is feeling it tonight. He has 16 and 2 3-pointers. 14 points for Tim Hardaway this quarter. Illegal defense.
What you like about Cedric Ceballos, we told you, not only is the transition game, because he's always hustling to get out there. Now, that was a nice razzmatazz, but what I like about his game, tonight he's 10 for 11 from the field, but coming in, he's shooting 52% from the floor, and he's also an 80% foul shooter.
That technical because of the second illegal defensive call. Reebok halftime report coming up. Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studios with Cheryl Miller. Cheryl, an L.A. resident, will have some feelings about this return, I'm sure, too. Recap of the Bulls and Rockets, our earlier telecast here. Bulls won it. Scores and highlights featuring 2 hot teams, Hawks and Pacers. And Divac now has 10 points, and the Lakers are up 12.
I have seen more layups here tonight than in all the games that I have worked combined we have seen in this first half.
Hardaway, surprise Sprewell with the steal. Pass intended for Van Exel. Sprewell wanted the 3. Gives it up to Smith on the baseline. Joe Smith has 11.
Now, Tim Hardaway's having a good night offensively, but he's also having a very tough night with turnovers. He's making some very you know, splashy passes that are resulting in turnovers. Plus, he's been stripped a number of times.
George Lynch. Rozier with a rebound. Kersey back on the floor. Joe Smith was alone. Sprewell didn't see him. Sprewell is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line with 21.7 seconds to go in the half. You know, the crowd and probably some of these players catching their breath now. This was a very anxious time tonight prior to this game. One of the toughest tickets since the early 90s playoffs for the LA Lakers. The return of Magic Johnson. The tension in this building, you could just cut it with a knife. Everybody looking forward to this. Now Magic's back. He has his 10 points, his 5 assists. He's played about 12 minutes in the first half of play, and now we're back to a basketball game. Everybody's starting now to have to think about playing ball.
Well, they're looking at this team and saying, last year we lost in the second round of the playoffs because we did not have a go-to post-up guy to close, because if he didn't score and they got fouled, could he go to the line? Well, Divac and Campbell are 63% foul shooters, so that eliminated your down-low game. It cost them a couple of games, and they could have upset San Antonio. But now they're looking and saying, can Magic get his legs in shape? Can he get it done against the good playoff teams?
Kersey spinning into the middle. Offensive foul, wave off the basket.
Well, they'll call that every time. They'll call that every time when you come down in and go right into the chest of the defender.
13th Golden State turnover in this half. Intercepted by Rozier. That's the end of the first half.
Anytime that you come out and set up in a half-court trap, what you're trying to do is to pick up the intensity of your ball club, and they're coming right back. They're very good at playing off the ball.
With 3 on the shot clock, Joe Smith puts it up, hits the iron, starts a new 24. This is Sprewell. He knocks it down, and it's a 7-point Lakers lead with 11:27 to go. Third quarter, opening moments from the Great Western Forum, the return of Magic Johnson. It's a packed, sellout crowd. Big buck tickets here tonight. It's been an exciting first half. Crowd quiet now as they relax and catch their second breath. Ceballos on the penetration and the dish to Eddie Jones. 3 on the shot clock. Ball out of bounds as the shot clock wound down to 0.
Now they're going to give them 1/10 of a second here. Now on this, you cannot make a catch at a shot. You need 3/10 of a second. So this has to be a lob to the front of the rim and then a dunk.
There's the lob. That would have counted. 72-65 Lakers. E.J. Armstrong. Joe Smith missing. Cedric Ceballos with the rebound in front of Jerome Kersey.
Look out.
Trying to post up Eldon Campbell.
Now that's the first time we've seen a post-up guy fronted by Golden State in this game.
Into Divac, who had 10 in the first half. Open man is Campbell from 13 feet.
I tell you, Elton Campbell has been hot. Coming into this game, the 3 previous games, 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 block shots. Now that is a ton, and I'll tell you, Reggie Miller might have been player of the week, but I hope Elton Campbell is second.
Armstrong to Kersey, 6 on the shot clock. The lob inside to Joe Smith, the double team. Van Exel ties him up. Campbell, Van Exel, look for the penetration. Ceballos, not this time. That's out of his range. You don't see that very much from Cedric Ceballos. Divac keeps it alive.
Well, we have 2 good offensive rebound teams here this evening.
Ceballos has it stripped, but they're calling the foul. Ed Middleton with the whistle. Speaking of Elton Campbell, here's Eldon.
Now you're going to see the double team come from the top. They kick right back to Elton Campbell, and the shot is there. Now, anytime that Golden State double teams, they never make a rotation. And you can see right now, Elton's having a good year. He's up 4 points a game. His rebounding is up. Field goal percentage is up, and the blocks are up. Now, when you put Magic Johnson into the rotation with Divac and Elton Campbell, you say, well, whose minutes? Who are losing the minutes? Well, Strong, Lynch, and then Blount are the three guys now who are going to get left out once they start playing against major competition.
And they'll start playing major competition on Friday against the Chicago Bulls, who bring that win streak in here to the Forum.
Now you can see this trap definitely has Golden State totally out of sync here.
Sprewell on the penetration, goes to the left hand, wards off Divac with his right.
Now he definitely ward him up, no doubt about it, Bob. That could have been a clear out, but then also I thought that Divac was right up in there with the body.
So Sprewell will go to the free throw line on the shooting foul. 9:19 to go in the quarter, and the Lakers have built their lead to 11. They've led by as many as 18 in the first half of this game.
Now in the first half for Sprewell, he was 6 for 10. He came out, made a quick field goal, so he's 7 for 11 from the floor tonight. And he's having a weird year. He's only shooting 41% from the floor, 28 in threes.
That one will go down, and it's a 10-point Lakers lead. Magic Johnson, by the way, played 13 minutes in the first half, 10 points and 5 assists. And we'll probably see him again here in the middle of this quarter off the bench. By the way, Magic also had no turnovers in the first half. Feed inside. Sabalos, no look to Campbell. Oh, baby. This young man has really arrived.
Well, Sabalos is just having a banner evening. He's 11 for 12 from the floor tonight.
Sprewell just barely hit the side of the backboard on that one. Van Exel. Eddie Jones. Loose ball foul. Oh, no! On Cycli.
Now they had Cycli over the top. Now just keep an eye on this now. See, Divac will give the ball up. And that is a beautiful pass by Sabalos.
Cycli just picked up his 4th personal foul, and Chris Gatling gets into the game. Gatling played very well in the first half with 11 points and 5 rebounds. There's Ronnie on the bench with his 4 fouls.
Well, you just have to keep wearing this out. Now, once again, Divac can go over the top of Gatling at will.
Van Exel goes over the top on the batted ball. Kersey defended the ball out of the post back into the hands of Van Exel, who nails the triple. The Lakers have an 81-66 lead. Bad pass from the rookie. Sabalos.
See, that's eye recognition. As soon as that ball was stolen, Sabalos was out of there like a shot down the middle of the floor. The man who made the steal recognized him, made the pass.
Magic enters the game with 7:52 to go in the third quarter, as Del Harris talks about how he'll work Magic Johnson into the lineup. Again in the first half, Magic with 10 points and 5 assists.
Now that was another steal by Eddie Jones at the other end of the floor. Just a simple guard to forward pass, and Eddie Jones picked it out and started down the floor.
That's 3 steals for Eddie Jones tonight. And the call by Ed Middleton draws a discussion from Chris Gatling, who gives him a little demonstration of how he's trying to play back there with his elbows bent.
Well, they're not going to allow you to put your hands in the guy's lower back. They told you that the rule is the forearm in the lower back is fine.
Yeah, I think the demonstration would cause him be called guilty. Speaking of that, Chris Darden, the attorneys, the LA prosecutor's office here in the auditorium tonight. Magic has not hit a long range shot tonight. Not surprising. 83-66 LA. BJ Armstrong. Gatling was open. BJ got him the ball.
Well, you have to create the passing angle, and then when you create the passing angle, be able to have the distance to make the pass.
How about that pass? The bounce pass to the breaking Campbell, who made the dish for the basket. Yes.
Well, I tell you, Sabalos, that was a great catch. His back was parallel to the baseline. He scored that with his left hand.
Armstrong stepped on the line. That's a 2. 85-70, 6:45 to go third quarter. Campbell posted on the right side, Johnson on the left. People looking for Johnson. Johnson and Eddie Johnson. Eddie Jones gets the two-handed jam. Again, that lack of interior defense from the Warriors.
All you have to do is pass and cut here, and you get a layup, and that must be very disappointing to the staff, because I know that the Golden State people honestly thought their guys would come out and meet the intensity of the evening here.
That's a nice pass inside to B.J. Armstrong, who gets the turnaround jumper to go down. It's 8 points in the game for B.J. Lakers by 15. They've led by as many as 18 in the game.
To show you how many easy baskets have been scored by the Lakers, they already have 31 assists. And if a team gets 28, they would lead this league. And we all have 6 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Ceballos is filling it up. That is his 29th point here tonight. Ceballos 13 of 16 from the floor. They've all been from in there, almost all of them. Kersey's jumper. Magic Johnson with the rebound, and this is what they're looking for from him. The bounce pass didn't get there this time. Did it hit somebody's foot? Armstrong with the drive and the lay-in past Magic.
See, it's nice that Magic Johnson returns in a game that's a blowout, and you have this type of action so that he can get his wind, get a feeling for his teammates. They get a feeling for him in full court action. You're going to see this is a clear out right now. He's going to take Joe Smith off the dribble.
Joe Smith defending him, keeping him out of the paint, but he's going to the left hand up shot. Oh, baby. Joe Smith did what he thought would be the right thing.
Well,
kept him out of the paint off his right hand.
255 pounds, and most of it's in the upper body, and he just kept knocking Joe back.
Joe Smith weighs 225, so that's at least 30 pounds difference in the weight of those two. Here goes Joe Smith trying to body Magic Johnson out of the paint.
Well, you can see this is an offensive foul. There it is. You're going to see him. He hit him there. That's an offensive foul. And he's going to do it again. And boom. And then as he gets that, he makes the turn. Now, you know, on this evening, he is not getting that call. Now, Joe Smith might get that call when they play in Oakland.
Speaking of Oakland, what was it? 123-105 the first time these two teams played. Nice pass to Joe Smith. Missed the jam, but he was fouled by Campbell.
I'm just surprised that they do not continue to allow Joe Smith to take Magic Johnson strong and get him in foul trouble.
Orlando got a win tonight. Phoenix, big win down in Miami by 15. By the way, as you look at the Chevy scoreboard, Atlanta's win streak snapped. Indiana now at 7 wins in a row. Dallas had a triple-double from Jason Kidd. In our first telecast tonight, it was Chicago over Houston. Chicago comes in here for the second part of a doubleheader on Friday night that we'll have on TNT. We'll first have Phoenix at Cleveland, followed by the Lakers and the Bulls. All of the scores and highlights are on CNN Sports Late Night at 1:30 a.m. Eastern with Barry LeBrock and Nancy Newman.
Now the coaching staff just loves the talent of Joe Smith. Not just the athletic side of it all, but also because of his work ethic and the fact that he is constantly trying to learn new things. The problem is many nights he gets overmatched at that power forward because of the size of guys and the physical strength.
There's pick and roll with the power forward in the center. And Divac leans inside and scores.
Vlade Divac is, you know, when Kevin McHale ended his tenure here, you know, Vlade's one of the top centers that we have in the league with his back to the basket for multiple moves.
Johnson trying to defend Gatling now. Gatling missing on that one. Ceballos with the rebound to Van Exel. Lakers have the numbers. Oh, look at that pass, but picked off beautifully by Latrell Sprewell in the passing lane to Tim Hardaway. B.J. Armstrong missing.
Well, they're trying to do everything in their power here. They've gone to 3 guards, playing Sprewell at that small forward position, going small against small, hoping that Sprewell can do something with Ceballos. There's a long lob.
And not a good lob for Magic Johnson. Ceballos wasn't ready. The timing actually between Magic and the rest of these teammates has been actually pretty good tonight. That's only Magic's second turnover. And he said earlier in an interview with us that he would adjust to the Lakers. He hoped they didn't have to make so much adjustment to him. Joe Smith's up and under, goes nowhere, and Magic Johnson and Smith go down on the floor battling for the ball, and it'll be a jump ball. Eddie Jones, Magic Johnson, the whistle before the shot.
Well, that was excellent team play. When Magic gets involved with these people, what you will see is also total unselfish play, forcing players to make the extra pass. We're seeing a lot of that this evening. And then also, players will cut more without the basketball because they know that the pass will be there.
So his first free throw since the 4-year absence misses for Irvin Johnson.
Well, throughout his 12-year career, you can see the points during the regular season, the same at the playoffs, assists even up at playoff time, and the rebounding. Now remember, he was a point guard, but defensively, he played up front at playoff time, and also he was the team leading rebounder in the last 5 years that he played with the Lakers.
Rebound by Magic Johnson, and I might add that the Lakers never had a losing month in his 12 years. Think of that.
That's 60 months of basketball.
Hardaway to Smith, who couldn't handle it. 2:33 to go in the quarter. Lakers lead at 99-75. Timeout on the floor. Lakers having their way with the Warriors. Anthony Peeler into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic staying on the floor. Played 13 minutes in the first half. 7 on the clock. Peeler. You talked about opening up the perimeter game when Magic posted up.
Well, that's Peeler's second three of this evening. He's 2 for 3 in threes. He had 5 in the first half.
Magic 7 assists. Rebound Peeler. 1:54 to go in the quarter. Warriors keep turning the ball over, is what I was about to say, just as they turn it over again. That was Joe Smith.
You can see the upper body strength of Magic, and we had a chance to talk to him. You grab him in the shoulder area. You know, it's from all of that weightlifting and working out. He's really extremely strong from the waist up. And you can see he keeps freezing Joe Smith just with one hand.
That was Magic's first personal foul. Count the basket and the foul. Foul on Vlade Divac. Crowd kind of quiet here, Hubie. They were very excited about the return of Magic Johnson, but have not been rewarded with a very well-played ball game.
Well, you can't fool this crowd. They've seen great basketball through the years. You're talking about a team that has won 11 NBA championships, so they're accustomed to better play at both ends of the floor. Yeah, they're happy with what Magic is doing right now. They see some shoddy play from them, but at the other end, there's absolutely no resistance here.
There's a defensive play by Joe Smith, and Golden State comes back. Inside to Gatling. He's been successful down on the block tonight. 18 points for Chris Gatling off the bench. Ronnie Cycli on the bench with 4 personal fouls for the Warriors. Magic Johnson, again, just single coverage. Stripped away. And then the follow rims out of there. Magic kept it alive, but Divac stepped on the line. Pretty good defense.
That was the second time that Joe Smith tried to front a post guy during this court. Magic Johnson just put his arm out and froze him right on the spot and caught the ball with the other hand.
96-80 Lakers. Under a minute to go. Third. Hardaway's famous crossover. The dish to Gatling.
Well, it's nice to see that he's been able to knife through on a few occasions this evening. Now, he's 9 for 11 from the floor. Gatling, that was a beautiful dish by Hardaway.
Johnson out high on the floor inside the Divac. Lost his footing. Sprewell spins inside. There's Johnson, but Smith gets the pass and he draws the foul from George Lynch.
Catch you with 2 hands, dunk it strong with 2 hands. It's a potential 3-point play. Now you're going to see a nice pass here by Sprewell. He's got to take the defense to him, make the pass. See, Smith wants to do, you know, a one-handed jab, but that gives the defense a chance to recover. And you have to remember that the Lakers are the 3rd shot blocking team in this league. You can see Smith, what he's doing with the other rookies with almost 15 points and 7 rebounds. And you can see there are a few other guys who are getting more points, but they're also getting more shot attempts. but Smith is having a very solid year.
Finley really coming on for Phoenix League.
Oh, absolutely. Finley is doing a terrific job, and even now that Barkley and KJ are back, Finley is still starting and giving them solid numbers.
Here comes the power forward through the traffic. Johnson knocked down, and he'll go to the free throw line. Golden State has scored 9 straight points. Magic will go to the line. He was 1 out of 2 the last time.
See, by giving Magic all of this time tonight, they have Wednesday and Thursday to practice, which will get him into the flow, back-to-back days. And then Friday night will be naturally a major test. The best defensive team in this league, you know, riding high. The Chicago Bulls will be in here. And when he comes in the game at power forward, he will be matched up with Dennis Rodman. So that is going to be a major task for Magic, because Rodman is going to rough him up, and they're not going to be making all the calls, and he will be able to front him, topside him, and that will be a real challenge.
Chris Gatling gets the ball off to Hardaway with 7 seconds in the quarter, and a foul out high on the floor is going to be called on Magic Johnson. 21 minutes, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for Magic, and 2 personal fouls.
Last year when Del Harris came to this team, they went from 33 wins to 48 wins. It was a plus 15. He was coach of the year. And the thing which really did it for him was the unselfish play, but their offense came out of their defense with all of the pressing and trapping, and then the outstanding half-court 1-3-1 trap. This got this group into a flow. It got Van Exel, Jones, and Ceballos running, causing turnovers, creating, and then their perimeter three-point game. This is an exciting team, and they're starting to make that move now. They won 8 out of their last night games before tonight, and now when you add Magic, they've got the guy that they want to be the closer for them in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
The crowd got on their feet. It was really an amazing moment as Magic Johnson, after 4 years, came out of retirement, 27 pounds heavier, and he's played tonight right around 20, I'm guessing now 22, 23 minutes in this game. I would have been surprised if he played more than 15, so I stand surprised.
Well, the big test will be over the course of the season, back-to-back games, the traveling. Hopefully, they feel that what he will do is he will get stronger and he'll be able to make the adjustment. They feel, meaning the coaching staff, that the potential is there. Even though he's 36, they love his body.
Clifford Rozier to Mullen. Bad pass, wanted to hit Rozier. Behind the back, Campbell from Ceballos to Sedale Threet. Nobody home.
Sedale Threet has always been a scorer. He was a great player at West Virginia State and a little NAIA All-American drafted by Philly many, many years ago, 12 years in this league. He has a scorer's mentality. You cannot allow him to keep his dribble.
Hardaway behind the back. Gatling misses the shot, but it'll be Warriors ball. We'll have these Lakers on television again Friday. First of all, the Suns visit the Cavaliers at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Phoenix with a big win tonight down in Miami. And the Bulls, who continued their winning streak with their victory over Houston, come in here to L.A. for the doubleheader on Friday night. Hope you'll join us for both of those ball games. Mullen bad this from the corner. Warriors ball.
At the end of 3 quarters, the Lakers were shooting 61%, Golden State 52. The rebounding is a wash, 30-28 in favor of the Lakers.
Technical foul has been called on Eldon Campbell.
Well, that's one of the few things wrong this evening in Campbell's game. He has 8 assists. He's been doing a very nice job defending, shot blocking, being unselfish, 7 rebounds, 10 points. So why not get a technical, fill up all of the stat sheet, keep Marty Aronoff cooking.
Third personal on Peeler. 7:20 to go in the game, and this one's in the Laker bank. So Magic Johnson could rest all he wants to, I think, now. What do you think? Will he be back in the game?
Oh, I have no idea. It all depends upon what Dell wants to do. Does he feel he's had enough work? Would he like to get him back in to work with another group, another combination? I can't answer for him right now. I know that if you say to Magic, would you like to go in, you know, before you say in, you'd have it off and he'd be at the scores table.
As he told Reggie Theus, he wasn't wheezing, didn't feel like throwing up, so it felt like he was okay on his first return. Magic's played 21 minutes tonight, in case you dialed in late. Has 15 points. That's Campbell's 4th personal foul. 7 assists and 6 rebounds. Speaking, there's the answer. Maybe Dell asked him. Mullen. This is from long range. Rebound Campbell. 6:39 to go in this game. Sedell 3. And this is the 3. Barry kept it alive. Ceballos dishes it outside. Campbell tried to dunk. Hardaway has him on the run. To Mullen. Stripped away by Peeler. 19 on the shot clock. And Irvin, Magic, Buck, Johnson back into the ball game.
The reason why he's in, he's trying for a triple-double tonight. The last game that Magic played in '91 was the 5th game of the series that they lost to Chicago. Magic had 16 points, 20 assists, and 11 rebounds in '91.
Mullen dribbles through 2. Divac and Magic Johnson to get the lay-in. 112-94 Lakers. 6 minutes to go in the game. Divac finally getting down on the low post and gets the ball. Just kind of sneaked his way in there. Barry got the block. Jump ball. John Barry came over from the weak side and blocked that shot.
From my table, he was fouled 8 times on that shot. All right, and it was hit with 2 hatchets. Now just keep an eye on this. Once he goes down, both guys get him right across the back. Look at that, and they have a jump ball. Now, you hate to see a quality player like Divac make a great move like that and not get to the foul.
Mullen coming away with the ball. 112-94 Lakers. 5:50 to go in this game. Hardaway's had a lot of minutes despite the fact that B.J. Armstrong started. Mullen for 3. Joe Smith with the rebound. First loose ball foul.
You know, it's interesting tonight, Bob. Mullen looks like he's struggling. But yet, during the course of this season, in 30 minutes, he's given you 14 points a game. He's shooting 52 from the field and 86 from the line and 45 in threes. But yet tonight, he just does not have the flow.
That was the 4th foul on Divac. Here's Magic trying to defend Joe Smith. Good play by Ceballos, who jumps right over here and joins Hubie and me. We may as well interview him as he goes back on the floor, leaping across the $1,000 seats. That's at least as much as they used to cost here at the Forum.
Well, this team plays the passing lanes as well as any team in the league.
Rozier in the paint. Got his own board. Talented player who's been a disappointment. Rozier.
Well, they'd like to see a better work ethic. And by that we mean a practice, the weight program, and getting out and really working on your game because they need his size.
Now there's the power forward. Post him up, quick into the paint, left-handed. Magic has 17 tonight.
Now that's the second one that he's made. And you know, the people want to see all that here this evening. They know that the passing will be there, but they want to see the shooting. They don't care that he hasn't played in 4 years in the NBA. They know that he plays 30 games a year with his touring team. And if you look at it this evening, he's really in the flow as far as the offensive end goes. And we say, though, it's the NBA conditioning over the next couple of weeks that he has to get into because of the defense when they start playing this Friday night, a quality team like Chicago. And then when they get out on the road, how he'll react to back-to-back games and also the pressure coming down in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Can he play big like he has done throughout his career?
Hardaway at the free throw line. You just saw a wide shot of the crowd here at the Forum. You know, normally they're late arriving, early leaving, and back in the Showtime days with the 5 NBA titles in the 80s, this crowd, if you had a score like this late, would be gone. They would be already headed to Spago's. But they're staying here to watch this man in his return tonight. Hardly anyone's left this game despite the blowout score. Hardaway nails the three on the line drive. 119 to 101 with 4:32 to go. 114 to 101, excuse me. And Golden State just won't go away. Hardaway. Sprewell kept that rebound alive inside of Johnson, and Chris Mullin really struggling tonight. Normally really got his game inside that 15-foot mark. Mullin rarely misses those, but not knocking him down tonight. Only 9 points for Chris in this game. He's averaging 14.5 on the season. Talk about Chris Mullin. It's his 11th year.
Well, you can see the first 10 years right at 22 points. This season only 14. The field goal percentage, and the big reason is the amount of minutes that he is getting.
Joe Smith knocks him down. 119-103.
Chris Mullin played in this league 5 straight years. He scored 25+ points. That is a ton.
Keep saying 119. It's 114. The clock here in the building has it at 119. We have it correct on the screen. That was a triple, and Peeler has 13.
You have to love their two-guard position. In Eddie Jones and in Peeler, they have two guys who can do it for you, and you must get out and play them.
Lakers just got their 42nd assist of the night.
Well,
Magic had 8. That's their season high. Eldon Campbell had at least 7 last I checked. He had 8 also. So you got 16 assists from the power forward position.
Chris Mullin, one of 6 players to have 2 gold medals from the Olympics.
Played on that 92 Dream Team with Magic. Won the gold in Barcelona. Ran right into the defense of Ceballos. Hardaway stops 3 on the break and picks up the first one with 3:35 to go in the game.
You know, you look at this Laker team and we see great athletes. We told you they're 3rd in the league in shot blocking, 3rd in the league in steals. You can see how quick they are in transition. What has held them back this year? Well, they're 24-18. They're a +6. The 5 losses by 1 point. If they would have picked up 3 of those, they'd be sitting fat right now. But if we started the playoffs tonight, they would only be in 6th place. And believe it or not, the guys in blue would have the 8th place if we started the playoffs tonight.
Here's Magic on the drive. He tried to get that high leg up for the possible dish and lost the ball. Magic has 17, however, and he's probably going to have about 25 minutes. Joe Smith gets the lay-in and pulls his team to within 11. 24 minutes for Magic Johnson already tonight. It surprises me. Inside the NBA coming up right after this, Ernie Johnson, Cheryl Miller, wall-to-wall scores and highlights. Players from around the NBA talking about what they feel about the return of Magic Johnson. (117-109) LA. 2:42 to go in the game. Big free throw miss here would have cut it to 7. However, Eddie Jones, Van Exel back on the floor for the Lakers. Campbell inside, loose ball. Get out here to Van Exel. 6 on the shot clock.
Oh, he traveled. Nice call. Good call by Eddie Middleton.
And a chance to cut the lead to 6.
Oh, you have plenty of time here. Plenty of time.
Sprewell gets the bounce. It's a 6-point game. This crowd just now realizing that this, what looked to be a laugher, has turned into a 6-point nail-biter unless the Lakers can play some defense on Golden State. That's a 21-5 run Golden State has underway. Campbell, big bucket and a foul.
He just took Rozier to the basket. That was just too easy. In the previous attempt down, they fronted. They really made it difficult. See, this is just too easy. You catch him here right now. Now just watch Campbell. Nice, strong move. No movement of the feet by Rozier. We told you Elton Campbell has been playing excellent basketball, not only for the season, but he's hot in the 3 road games, the 3 road wins. right before this evening. In tonight's game, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah, you can add up pretty quickly as if you have the mathematical mind of someone like myself, that's near a triple-double for Campbell. 8-point game, 2 minutes to go. Ceballos goes to the bench. George Lynch in for the Lakers. There's Sprewell. He's in there. He's going to knock them down. He has 20 points in this game. 6-point Lakers lead. Magic Johnson out high against Smith. Spin move, left side, Magic, and the foul. Showed a little quickness there with the 255 pounds.
Yeah, well, I think the nice thing about the move was once he catches Joe Smith on his back, it's all over. Now keep an eye on Magic. See, Smith thinks he's going to go into the middle, but watch how he drops steps and he catches them. And then once he gets him there, it's just a matter because Magic can finish with either hand.
And Joe Smith just fouled out of the game with 1:43 to go, the leading scorer with 23 points and 10 rebounds for the Warriors. Rozier is in. Gatling, Hardaway, Mullen, and Sprewell on the floor for the Warriors, trailing by 6, by 7. Little dispute here as to whether or not Golden State had called a timeout. Joe Smith fouls out of the game, but Magic Johnson's played 25 minutes tonight. 18 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Minute 43 to go in this one. You may wonder about Michael Jordan when he returned against Indiana. Remember a couple of games a couple of years ago? Jordan had 19 points, 6 and 6 at one point just a minute ago. That was almost dead even with Michael's return here. With Magic's. So it's kind of an interesting comparison that we thought you would find interesting. 33 seconds left in this game, and Magic Johnson has had a very successful return. And is he in shape? He's in darn good shape, with the exception, Hubie, as you said earlier, will he be able to defend against the lightning quick Bulls come?
Well, that's only one challenge. Night in and night out, they like their opportunities for Magic to make big contributions. They like what he will do for the team in a leadership role at the end of the games, and they like what he will do from them from an attitude standpoint at practice as well as off the floor.
LA's 126 points. That's their season high. They've dumped in a lot of assists too.
Well, the 44 assists that they have this evening is an NBA high for the year.
27 seconds left in the game. Magic Johnson picks up the personal foul, and Gatling will go to the free throw line. So Magic Johnson's going to end up around 26 minutes played here in his first game, now at the 27-minute mark with 27 seconds to go. I would have expected, if someone had asked me, that Del Harris would probably have gone with 12 or 13 minutes, but he's obviously kind of gone with the flow and talked to Magic about it and used him, because of the nature of this game, a lot to look at a lot of different combinations.
At the end of a very close game, you're seeing a benefit right here. When Magic takes the ball out of bounds, it's a lot like in the old days when you would try to press the Celtics, like Bird takes the ball out of bounds. Then once he makes that first inbounds pass, he's going to throw it to a guy who's a good foul shooter. If he gets trapped, they're coming right back to Magic. In Magic's last 5 years, he shot between 88 and 91 on the foul line. So once again, you can see that the strategies that they're going to try to be using down the line from a positive standpoint to move through the playoffs. You can see Del Harris is putting him in all of these situations this evening.
And getting the kind of results I'm sure he was hoping for. Hardaway tries the three. Johnson's 11th rebound. No, make that his 8th rebound with 10 assists. And there's not time for a triple-double, but this is going to be the end of the ball game. For the return of Magic Johnson, you can say you were there, at least via TNT, and it's appropriate that this game will come to a close with Magic Johnson and the ball. And just look at the the elation on his face. 27 minutes, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Give us your feelings on the whole thing. I guess that's it.
I can't even talk. Oh, man. Let me just thank God for just giving me the strength and the courage and everything, and just praise him. I can't tell you how I feel. I feel so great.
You know what? It's in your face. You don't have to say it.
Well, you know, tonight earlier you told Bob and I that you were very nervous, just like your first game.
Yeah, I was. And when I came out onto the floor, it was like I didn't know where I was. I actually, you know, I was out there, but I didn't, you know how I didn't feel the game until I went for a defensive rebound, and Joe Smith hit me from behind, and Cycli caught me in the front, bam, 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 and then I said, uh-oh, I woke up.
I'm back.
I'm back now.
I'm back. Here's your...
Were you surprised that he put you in so early?
I was surprised, but when Eldon got 2 fouls, I guess that was the call. I was thinking maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go to the second quarter, but so I was surprised.
Did you ever not start before in your whole basketball life?
This is the first time.
Amazing. We have your first basket back. Thought you'd take a look at this. It's the classic elevation on the lay-in.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you, I'm just coming down, and Joe Smith is trying to cut me off, and once I get him retreating, I know that I can go up because he can't elevate when they're retreating. So I'm just right now, I'm trying to just get into shape. You know, I'm trying to get into NBA shape, and I'm trying to feel the game because I made some turnovers late into the fourth quarter. I got tired. I'm still going in terms of feeling how to play basketball again. And I think it's going to take me like a month and a half, 2 months to really feel the game again, and then I get going.
Now, what's the hardest thing for you?
Right now?
Right now.
I think the hardest thing is just learning how to play with these guys, getting the plays. How am I going to fit into this team see, I'm used to dominating the game. Now I'm not going to dominate it. Now I got to understand that, hey, Nick, Van Exel, Pila, Sabalos, these guys going to dominate. Now I have to pick and choose where I'm going to get mine. So I think that's the hardest thing. Everything else, and also just playing basketball again. You know, it's been 4 years of really serious basketball.
I want to go back to the sad moment when you retired, and a lot of people, me included and yourself included, thought it was all over. As you go back and think of those times for you and Cookie and your family, and now you're back, what do you have to say to other people who've had to overcome, and other people who are HIV positive, other people who have illnesses and injuries? What do you have to say to them about this?
First, I say just pray to God a lot, number one, and he will answer your prayers. Don't stop living. See, don't stop. Enjoy life. No matter what happens, if you pray and God will answer your prayers, just keep living. Everything is all right. Put that smile on your face and continue to live. No matter if you're handicapped, HIV positive, whatever it is, just keep living, you know. And, hey, God has answered my prayers. I never thought I would be back here. And here I am.